And we got another great story here with another local company that is growing and expanding, as we heard about just as we were leading up to this segment.
Yes.
And Courtney Hider, who is the Community and Marketing Coordinator for Energy Monster.
Yes, thank you for having me, Tim. We're happy to be here.
Well, welcome. So Massachusetts has really seen phenomenal growth over the last 10, 12 years in businesses and homeowners taking advantage of energy efficiency savings,
Absolutely.
solar.
Yep. Massachusetts is #1 in the country right now for energy efficiency.
And you've been a big part of that. So maybe you could tell our viewers a little bit about what Energy Monster is all about.
Yeah, so Energy Monster, I know it's kind of a funny name. We have no relation to Monster Energy, the drink. What we do is we help homeowners get the Energy Monsters out of their home and save money on their utility bills. Cutting edge leading energy performances, such as we start with that no-cost home energy assessment. We're a partner of the Mass Save program, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with.
Mass Save is kind of funded through a variety of different ways.
Yep, it's funded by the utility companies here in Massachusetts. Eversource, National Grid, Unitil, and Columbia Gas are the main ones that Energy Monster works with. And there's a little surcharge on everybody's bill here in Worcester, National Grid and Eversource for energy efficiency. That's a portion that you're paying towards the Mass Save program. So all that money gets into a big pool, and then companies like Energy Monster come out and we help you.
And you help by coming into someone's home to do a free kind of energy assessment. And I remember I got one, it was great.
Every 2 years you qualify for this no-cost home energy assessment. And we say no cost because technically you are paying for it every time you pay your bill. But it's about 2 hours.
I guess you would say it's not an additional cost.
Exactly, right. But it's about 2 hours. They start by testing the heating system for safety and efficiency. They go through all areas of the home, let you know ways to save money, be more energy efficient. They look for drafts and air leaks in the home, recommend sealing them up at no cost. They address insulation concerns. A lot of older homes here in Worcester definitely are lacking in the insulation department.
Right.
So they'll use a thermal imaging camera to see how much you have and how much more you may need. Through the Mass Save rebates, insulation is an incentivized 75 to 90% off. So customers only have to pay 25 to 10% of the cost for insulating their whole home.
And then there's the ability to get no interest loans in some cases, right? To do the insulation windows.
Exactly. The heat loan program, during that energy assessment, they'll let you know exactly what you qualify for. It's 0% interest over 7 years and up to $25,000. And like you said, it can cover the cost of insulation, upgrading heating and cooling systems. Maybe you want to get all brand new energy efficient windows. All of those things are really expensive. So one way that we can help out is with that 0% interest loan.
Right, and so you would then come in and do that assessment,
and
then
give all those recommendations. And also during that assessment, there are some no-cost items that get installed. Any incandescent light bulbs, we swap them out for brand new LEDs that day. New programmable thermostats, water-saving measures for your sink and shower head, as well as some smart power strips. And then this comprehensive energy report that says, this is where you're at, and if you do these things, this is how much you can save.
So I've got that.
Yep.
And then you can then come do the work.
Exactly. So we're a home performance contractor in the Mass Save program, which means from start to finish, we're your go-to person, the one-stop shop for energy efficiency. We do the energy assessment that day. Let's say you wanted insulation. We quote you on it. You sign that contract. Contract comes back. I then call you, and you get on the schedule for that insulation work. And everything's done in-house, and our crews will then go out there and install the insulation. On top of that, being the Mass Save partner and doing the energy assessments, there's a bunch of other stuff that we do too with that one-stop shop. We're also a turnkey solar operation, so everything we do is in-house. We do residential, commercial, roof, and ground mounts. We also can do batteries, which is a new upcoming thing. It's the home storage solutions.
Right.
That's something that not a lot of companies can do, but we actually can do that also in-house. And we can, pull that into getting the solar and the batteries, so then you're getting your own power, and then you're storing it for when you need it.
Which is the big kind of thing. If you can unlock that in solar,
Exactly.
you enhance the potential and longevity of it.
Yep.
But you mentioned commercial, and I want to talk on that.
Yep.
People out there, viewers, opportunity on the home ownership side, but it's for businesses, right?
Absolutely.
Who are facing increased energy costs,
it costs
utility.
a lot of money to run a business. So
Right.
any way that you can cut costs, that electric bill, definitely put solar panels on, and then you're going to get money from those utility companies eventually for having that. Energy Monster just bought a brand new building here in Worcester, and we're renovating it. and we're going to put solar system right on the top. It's going to be actually the biggest solar system on the roof in downtown Worcester to date once it's complete.
Right, and be pretty close to the new ballpark, Polar Park coming,
Yeah,
right?
we're really excited.
Yeah.
Right in the heart of Worcester, down on Lamartine Street.
Right,
So that's another thing. You know, we are we're right here in Worcester. So
and wasn't in Worcester, and then growing and expanding with a new acquisition in the city.
Yep.
So in that regard, on the commercial side, you talked about on the residential, Mass Save comes in, and you come in the Mass Save hat, do that analysis and assessment. I assume you do the same thing with the commercial businesses.
So Energy Monster doesn't do the commercial Mass Save part, but we have two sister companies, and Accelerate Energy and Energy All Stars, and they're the ones that would come in and do any multifamily properties over 5 units or like big condos, buildings, as well as any commercial buildings. And commercial properties do have access to Mass Save rebates and incentives, a lot for insulation.
Right. And that's where you mentioned Massachusetts #1 in the country on energy efficiency, and that goes back to why it makes sense for, especially with the older housing stock, businesses sometimes that were built kind of before people were thinking about these things.
Yep, and insulation settles too over time, so you want to check it out.
And then you add on the solar piece.
Yep, exactly. Get the upgraded lighting too first. And so that's kind of Energy Monster's way of doing things. We want to start with what can you do that costs nothing? What can we do to help you lower your bills before you take that next step to do the solar panels? And once you do all those things before, then your utility bills are down, kilowatt usage is down. Now how much panels do you need to offset that bill that you have?
And so I've heard businesses kind of ask about, is this something we could do? Even on the homeowner side, how do I deal with the utility companies? Can I hook in? I mean, you bring that level of expertise to make it easy for them.
Absolutely. We have a PV systems engineer. His name's Dan Garrich. You can actually see all the reviews online for him. He walks every customer, whether it's business or residential, through every process, gets you the rebates and incentives through each program. Mass CEC can offer some. Then Massachusetts as a state, federal tax credits, you can also get those. And he'll walk you through all of that, so you're getting everything that you need.
Yeah. And then what I did not know until I was just kind of reading our little overview for the show, but when we just touch on in a minute, but that storage piece is, and you've been able to kind of...
Sonnen Battery is who we were partnered with. That's the big name. It's German. But that is the next step here in Mass. The next big thing is going to be the storage.
Right.
Storing it for when we need it the most.
And you mentioned Sonnen as a German company. I think it's important for our viewers to know. I mean, you talk about the cutting edge technology. If there's any country in the world that has been
absolutely
so proactive and aggressive on renewables, that Germany and Chancellor
they know what they're
Merkel.
doing with the home storage solutions. And I say home storage solutions, but businesses can also benefit from it too.
Right.
You can also store it there.
So,
we also, a lot of people are doing the electric cars and Teslas. We can offer, if you're going to put panels on your house, we can install a car charging port for you in your home or in your business too. So just another way to be more energy efficient.
So Courtney, we've got a minute left. If someone wants to get in touch, with you to learn more or get an assessment, business, commercial, residential.
All the information, you can definitely check out our website. It's myenergymonster.com. That's the same at myenergymonster, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google+. You can see all the information, updates, energy saving tips. We also do a lot of events and community things, so that's all on there. But you can also give us a call in the office.
Yeah, and thank you. And the owner, Josh Leet, has been great in participating in a number of our chamber forums and panels where we talk about this, and having you here today is great as well. So
we really appreciate it. We want everybody to let everybody know we're here.
All right. Outstanding. Well, Courtney, thank you.
Thank you, Tim.